folks. Very nice, guys. Very nice. Well, folks, we're back. Now, at the age of 16, my next guest became the hottest porn star in the country since Linda Lovelace. She became a household name when 2 porn producers were indicted for using minors in their films. And this drove Traci into seclusion for a year and a half. She resurfaced at age 20, and now she's breaking into legitimate films, and she's ready to tell the story of her nearly impossible transition. Please welcome Traci Lords.
You can leave your house.
Welcome to the Late Show.
Thank you.
Very good to see you. Thank you very much for coming on. Now, first of all, congratulations on breaking into the real film business.
Thank you.
Which I guess, you know, they're both film business, but legitimate film is what it's called.
Yeah, that's what they like to call them.
That's what I guess what they like to call them. Now, I know this is a sensitive issue to talk about, but I was wondering, can we go back to when you're 14 years old? Ordinary? Were you an ordinary 8th grader?
Yes, I guess I was.
Were you a cheerleader, or did you,
Not really. I was really, really shy when I was younger. And I was from Ohio, so California was very, very different for me. But I was just really quiet and shy and into myself.
Studies? Were you into school much?
Yeah, I was a really good student. I was a B. I could make A's when I wanted to work that hard.
Did you have a favorite subject?
Yeah,
Can you remember?
English.
English?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My mother's an English major, so she made me do it.
Oh, she made you do it, okay. But then, now that's, I'd say, 13, 14 years old, just a normal freshman, I guess.
Yeah.
Then at 15 years old, what happened to change your attitude, your outlook on life?
Well, I think a lot of things happened. I could sit here all night and try to tell you the reasons for some of the things that I did, and it still wouldn't be enough time to tell you. That's the reason I'm writing my book, because I think that I have a whole lot of things to say that might help other people from making some of the same mistakes that I made.
And I guess, was it 15 years old? Is that when you left school?
Yeah, I dropped out of school.
You dropped
when
out of
15.
school?
I was a sophomore.
At 16 years old?
No, I was 15 when I started.
Oh, you started in films? You were 15 years old?
I was 15. Well, I didn't start in films. I posed for Penthouse when I was 15.
Oh, really? Now that's news to me. I didn't know that. Does Penthouse, is that something that would be typical for them to take a 15-year-old and?
Well, I should hope not.
See, I would hope not either. Did you lie on a release form, or did they even check into it?
The first day I went into the agency, I told my first little white lie, and then that lie just sort of grew. And it just became something that, you know, was just too big to go back. I felt like I was trapped in something and that I would never really be able to turn around and walk away from it.
Ooh.
And that's how it started.
And you just, that must have been a horrible feeling to feel like you were...
It was a horrible feeling. And it was a tremendous feeling of relief when it was exposed. I mean, I was horrified and I was afraid, but at the same time I felt relieved. I have never told, at least to my knowledge, I try not to ever lie now about anything, just because it's, you know, it's such a clean feeling not to have to remember your lies.
Yeah. Now at 16, 17, I think what people should understand is that Traci Lords was never a hooker.
No, I wasn't a hooker.
You weren't, which might be the normal avenue for somebody getting into film.
You could say that because it's pretty much doing the same thing that a hooker would do.
Yeah, but you didn't walk the streets. You were getting paid good money.
Well, I wouldn't really call it good money either. I would say that, you know, there was a young girl that at 15 I didn't know. I was really naive and I was really shy. But I got involved with a crowd that I really didn't know too much about for a lot of different reasons: attention, rebellion, you know, just a lot of whole number of, you know, normal teenage things. And they just really went to extremes with me. I think,
and I think what showed an awful lot of strength from your standpoint was that at some point, at 18 years old, you said, this is wrong. I got to get out.
No, I said that before I was 18.
Did you really?
I said that when I was right about 17. I think what really happened was that I grew up. You know, I was 15 and I'm not trying to make excuses for myself.
Okay.
I don't think that I need to make excuses for myself. What I did, everyone knows about, and really not too much else needs to be said about it. When I was 17, I grew up and I realized what I was doing, and I wasn't happy with myself.
And then,
so I wanted to change. I don't think that... I think that whenever you're not happy with something, you shouldn't cry about it, you shouldn't whine about it, you should change it.
That's so different than, because you know what we hear? We hear about people in that business who, at a young age, just commit suicide, to bail out, or that wasn't an option for you.
I thought about that.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Because
I would be a
it was so
liar if
because
I
the
said I
pressure
wasn't.
because the pressure was just so great and these people seemed too big for you, or
Depression and fear, I think. You know, being that young and feeling like you have no one to go to talk to. You can't go to your parents and tell them what you're feeling. Actually, you could, but when you're in that situation, I didn't think I could. Would have been the best thing I could have done.
Did your mom?
I felt alone.
Did your mom say, "Why didn't you tell me, Tracy?"
Oh, sure. Afterwards, we've had a lot of discussions about it. You could have come to me. I would have helped you. But at the time, I felt like, oh, she's going to be so upset. She's going to hate me. She's not going to love me anymore. But at the same time, I think the reason I did it was to get attention. I know that sounds really strange, but it's true.
Well, and it did bring a lot of attention. Was it fun for a while?
No, not that kind of attention. I never thought that anyone would know what I was doing.
Really?
Yeah, I never thought that they would know. I thought that it was just my secret. And one of these days I could say, well, look at this. But I didn't think that everybody in the world would know.
Well, it's, I guess that's a kind of a, yeah, it's a youth and a kind of a thinking that well, not that many people will really see it anyway,
Yeah.
and I see.
I think I let people around me, too, talk me into believing that no one would ever know.
Yeah. Well, you have made a major transition now, and I want to talk about that when we come back from this break. I want to talk about the transition to legitimate filmmaking, some of the other things you're doing. We'll be back with Traci Lords right after this.